Hey everybody, welcome to this week's Aspen 1 Hour Football Show. I'm Andy Hawley alongside Josh Burgett, and we say it every week. It's going to be week 5. It's already, okay, so this week, games, we're past the midway point of the season. It feels like school just started, and we have some big games that we're going to be covering this week.
No doubt. But then you also, like, halfway past, like, you seem like you know who most people are, but I feel like there's some teams that have maybe some better records than you're expecting to have at the end of the year, and maybe some teams that have some losing records right now that may not be there at the end of the year. So I think we're still trying to figure out who some of these teams are. And we have some games that are going to line that up and probably give us some better visibility into it.
Yeah, we can't wait. We're going to be right back. We've got highlights coming up right after this break.
Smart homeowners know that proper maintenance of their home's AC can save a bundle in the long run. Trust our comfort specialists at 1 Hour Heating and Air Conditioning to keep your AC running strong. A proactive tune-up can actually help your AC run more efficiently and save you money on your electric bill. Call 855-1HOUR or visit onehourair.com. We won't leave you waiting. Sing it with me.
Always on time, or you don't pay in time. Always on time, or you don't pay in time.
Independently owned and operated, licensed in their respective state or county.
Your new ride is waiting for you at Avenue Auto. We've been giving Jackson great deals on pre-owned vehicles for 27 years. With 80 or more vehicles on the lot, each with a free warranty, we're your family-owned and operated choice in Jackson.
Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping has been proudly serving the southern Michigan area since 1986. With thoughtful design and quality craftsmanship, our experienced experts can bring any idea to life. Stop into our brand new location and garden center today. From a total redesign to just a few plants to spruce up your outdoor living space, we have everything you'll need. Need dirt, mulch, stone, or topsoil? It's all here and on site at Wilcox, and of course we can handle the delivery. We can also take care of your fertilizing and weed control, irrigation from repairs to new systems, and all of your landscaping needs. Wilcox Lawn and Landscaping, everything for your outdoors.
Lester Brothers has been performing driveway installations for over 30 years. Crushed asphalt is one of our most popular driveway gravels and an overall Lester Brothers favorite. When spread properly, it can last for many years. It's 100% recycled, environmentally friendly, quarter of the cost of hot asphalt, dust-free, and ready for immediate use after construction. Contact Lester Brothers today for a free timely estimate for your future crushed asphalt driveway or parking lot.
If you're looking for a high-quality, affordable alternative to the emergency room, then come to IEP Urgent Care's new location in Jackson. It's the same great ER physicians who have been providing care through our local hospitals since 2008, but now with a new location to serve you better. Our ER-trained providers believe high-quality care is for everyone, so we work with all insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare. Come see us on East Michigan Ave.
Welcome back to the Aspen 1 Hour Football Show. Here's week 4 highlights.
Well, here he is, the singer. Beautiful pitch and catch again. Touchdown, Warriors! 9-yard pass there. Braden Lake finds Robbie Anderson on the crossing route, hits him in stride, and Robbie Anderson gets into the end zone for the first score of this ball game. Nice job there by the Warriors. Good drive, good score, 6-0 as they're going to attempt the extra point.
Okay, whole team rocking. Late line drive kick. Gumper's going to field that fairly cleanly. He's got blockers. He's got room. He's got speed. One man to beat. He beat him. That's Gumper. That is your pregame spotlight player of the game.
85 yards. Graham Gumper goes. Fantastic blocking. He had one man to beat, and Braden Lape had nothing for Graham Gumper, the fastest player in the county last year. Excellent work. Great return. 35-yard line.
There he is. There he is with a blocker. He's going to go inside the 20. He's going to cut it back. Good hustle by this Warrior defense.
There's a face mask after the play, a little bit of frustration. Graham Gumper. Josh, you were all over naming him the impact player of the game. He's inside of the 5-yard line after this penalty. Wow.
Took him a little bit of time. Took him a little bit of time to get going, but he has been explosive.
Oh, he's going to get to the end zone. Wow, what a performance by this young man. Up on varsity for the first time tonight. How about 2 touchdowns in your varsity debut?
15-yard runs, the second consecutive touchdown run for Brady Cromlin. Excellent work there, just great drive. Big time play by Graham Gumper to get him in position, and Trammell capped it off with a 15-yard touchdown run. Incredible.
That penalty did not end up hurting him. All right, stick around. This one's over. Stick around for the Trips Collision postgame show after these messages.
That's your ball game, folks.
Ball is snapped. They're going to pitch to
Oh,
the
he's going to
outside.
throw it, Jim.
It's got a man.
Are you kidding
wide
me? Are you
open,
kidding?
Wide open. No coverage downfield. No way he's going to catch him. Lumen Christie goes up 2 scores with 6:06 left to go. Western bit hard on the run play, and they let the man go downfield. Nothing doing. This is going to be a tough situation for this homecoming team here at Western to come back and win. But Lumen Christie taking full advantage of the playbook there and burns that Western defense.
I got 2 words. Herb Brogan. You know it? What a play. Not
in the shotgun. They're going to give it to the first man through. He's got a hole. He's going to run around the outside. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets to the outside.
Oh, boy.
It looked like
Look
he
at
might
this.
have. He didn't step out of bounds.
Nope.
No signal, and that's touchdown, Western High School.
Just like that, Jim.
Back into this football game, Alex Trudell with the carry. And now that extra point missed by Lumen Christie comes into play. Western's got to get theirs here. Man in motion, they give it to the first man through. He gets a big push.
Sure does. He's still going.
Well,
and he's...
Look out. He turns on the speed. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Oh, nice job. Coming from the backside, number 6, Mitchell Williams.
What do we know?
Yep. And quarterback keeper. He's going to walk into the end zone for another Lumen Christie score. That's going to take him 19 to straight for the drive home. And there's the last kneel, and that's going to be the football game, folks. So Lumen Christie comes in and spoils the homecoming game for Western High School. They take the game 19-14.
And those are the highlights. I had a chance to take in the Western Lumen Christie game as a fan. Brought my daughter and my nephew, which was a mistake because as soon as I turned around, they vanished. And but the crowd was great. It was awesome. So I had like a snow cone or an icy cone or something like that because the first half was boring. It was 0-0. Felt like both teams were kind of trying to feel each other out and go into halftime 0-0, but then kind of things got exciting late in the fourth.
Yeah, I mean, you say boring, and oftentimes we think 0-0 game, great defensive battle, and it just didn't play out that way.
No.
It was lack of offense and not really find their way. I thought Western missed some opportunities in that first half that really they could have taken advantage and maybe taken lead, but the 0-0, and you just had that feeling. I was on the other side of town, but you had that feeling 0-0 at halftime. That leans Lumen Christie. Like going into halftime, they know they've got pushed around a little bit. There was chances that Western didn't take advantage of, and then I think they just remembered that they were the program in the area. They were going to take advantage in the second half, and I thought they did that.
Yeah, I think it was a must win, and I think they felt good about that for sure. If you're Western, some things to work on. Maybe you're going to need to expand that passing game a little bit as the season progresses, but I thought they showed some good things. Their defense is really good.
Yeah, it has been. They've shown that all season long. They do have great defense. Alex Trudell had 2 rushing touchdowns, and you're right. I mean, just finding ways to get the passing game more involved. We saw that earlier in the year. They've had some opportunities where they've really got passing involved. I think we'll see a little bit more of that against Northwest this week. They're going to certainly try to do that. But Lumen Christie, big win, I-8 win, but not only just bragging rights here in the county, really good win for them.
The game you were at, Grass Lake and Hanover Horton, kind of a tale of two halves. Grass Lakes gets off to a 7-0 lead, and then next thing you know, by the end of the game, it's 24-0, 24 unanswered points for Hanover Horton. Kind of a little shocker there for Grass Lake.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you talk about the difference in these two games. I thought this was a defensive battle, and these defenses were both playing really well in the first half. Grass Lake got on the board late in the first half and took a 7-0 lead, but then you kick off the second half, and Graham Gumper runs one back for 85, 86 yards, and that was the difference in the ball game. It was like an immediate shift in momentum, and it was just a punch in the face to Grass Lake, and they never recovered. The second half was completely dominated on all three sides of all three aspects of the game by Hanover Horton. They did a great job defensively. I think they showed how you can really disrupt the Grass Lake passing game, and they were in Braden Lape's face the entire game. Their defensive ends played spectacular. They played a really great game. They have a freshman middle linebacker who played great. A number of blitzes, so you saw a lot of assertive blitzing from Hanover Horton. I thought they did a great job of creating pressure, and then running the football. They were spectacular in that football game. So doing a little bit of everything was really good. Brady Tamblin, his first start,
ridiculous,
first
right?
game on varsity, and he goes out and has a massive game, and we gave him the Tri-County Award Player of the Game. So it was fantastic to see.
Yeah, probably better than your first varsity game.
Oh God.
Yeah, better than most people's. Northwest moves to 3-1. They're a team that we're going to be talking about. So they're down 22-21 at halftime. A little surprise onside. They end up scoring and then taking the lead. I think people are waiting for Northwest to lose a game like that, but it just hasn't happened yet. You got to be happy at 3-1.
I mean, you got to just look at what Stafford Newsom's doing, the culture he's building. It's 1 year, it's 4 games. Let's not get out ahead of ourselves, but I think it's really important to acknowledge the work that they have done and the success that they've had early on in the season. That's been really good for them. And you got to remember, they beat Penfield. That's only their second I-8 conference win in program history. So this is fresh territory for them. This is an accomplishment for them. So it's really great to see that type of success coming to a program that has desperately needed it. And
we'll be there, of course, for the live game. Napoleon, they remain unbeaten with a easy win over Springport. 54-0. We talked about how they needed it after last year. Springport got them, kept them out of the playoffs with a upset win, and Napoleon clearly remembered that and took care of that on the field Friday night. They sure did. We'll be back with more. We have our game picks and the Willison Macknick Player of the Week after this.
Matt with Howe Equipment here, located in Lansing Avenue, and we've got Toro and Echo in the showroom. Come by and see what we got, whether you're in need and fall is coming up and you need a blower, or it's a trimmer or a saw for Echo. And then Toro, from the little push mowers to the big 60-inch commercial mowers, we've got it here at Howe Equipment. Come down and see us.
Bailey Excavating is proud to introduce our paving division. Locally done, on time, and on budget, we offer paving for municipal, industrial, commercial, and large residential customers. We can meet all your asphalt and paving needs from start to finish. For nearly 50 years and 3 generations, Bailey Excavating has been dedicated to providing the highest standards of quality and service to our customers. And in our paving division, we are dedicated to those same standards. To learn more about Bailey's Paving or to request a quote, please call 517-750-3030.
As a proud partner of Frankenmuth Insurance, Barker Weber operates under 5 distinct values.
Integrity. We will be honest and fair.
Stewardship. We commit to responsible management.
Empathy. We understand how you feel.
Mutual respect and trust. You'll always be our valued partner.
Dedication. We'll work for you wholeheartedly.
Barker Weber and Frankenmuth Insurance, your local insurance solution.
These are Detroit sports legends Barry Sanders, Darren McCarty, and Kirk Gibson. And this is attorney Mark Bernstein. All of these men are successful in their field. All of these men know what it takes to win. All of these men are fighters. But only one of these men can get you money if you've been injured in an accident.
That's not me.
Not me.
That's the Bernstein advantage.
1-800-CALL-SAM.
At Consumers Energy, we believe change is empowering, powering both your home and your business. change is progress. With a modernized grid that can detect outages and restore power within seconds. Change is reliable. We're talking preventing over 35,000 outages last year reliable. And change is enduring, like our dedication to keep your power running, just as it should. Consumers Energy, a force for you, a force of change.
Welcome back to the show. It's time now for our weekly game picks, and it's always a fun time in the show. See who's right, who's wrong, and my favorite part is we don't go back and look at last week's results.
I think we should, but I think you're winning, partner.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I missed some last week. You had all of our games I picked wrong. Our TV games I picked wrong, so you had those. So.
Well, I guess we will go back and look, and we'll have those results for you next week. I'll get things started this week. Lumen Christi, they head to Coldwater after getting that monkey off their back with the win at Western. I think they make it 2 in a row and handle Coldwater.
Coldwater's struggling. This is not the same Coldwater team that we've seen years past, but I will tell you, I think Lumen Christi, you said it, partner, getting the monkey off the back, I think is really key. We're going to see a different Lumen Christi Titans team. We talked about it last week. They can't afford to lose many more games this season if they expect it, if they want to make the playoffs. So I like Lumen Christi big in that game too. Jackson is going to go to Pinckney, and I think this is a really big game for Jackson, and I think it's tough. Pinckney has lost 3 straight. They're coming off a 20-point loss to Chelsea, but they've beat the Vikings 3 straight years in a row, and I think they've had their number. I think this is a really tough game. Jackson is the better team, and they should win this game. It scares me going on the road to Pinckney. I'm going to say it's going to be close, it's going to be tight, but Jackson's going to get it done in the end. It's going to be tough, but they're going to get it done.
You're scaring me a little bit, but I'm going to go with the Vikings as well. It's a game that they need and they want, and I think Coach Parker will have them ready to play. Dundee at Columbia Central. I'm going to take Dundee.
Yeah, I am too. I think Dundee, the surprise of the LCA this year, they're 4-0. They've only given up 33 points all year. And quite frankly, that's just a bad matchup for Columbia Central, who has struggled offensively throughout the season. I think Dundee continues their undefeated season, and they get a big win at Columbia. Put on Jonesville. Jonesville at Springport. Jonesville finally got in the win column last week. They're off the snide, so great to see Jonesville get a W. They're going to go to Springport on homecoming, but I got a feeling it's going to take more than a spirit week and a dance to give the Spartans what they need to beat Jonesville. Jonesville's a good, talented team. Monkey off the back, similar to Lumen Christi. I like the fact that Jonesville's going to get a win in this game.
I agree. I think poor timing to run into Jonesville for Springport. But you never know. Stranger things have happened on homecoming. But I will take Jonesville. Vandercook Lake at Concord. This one's tricky for me. No, it's not. I'm taking Concord. They found a quarterback, I think, and they've been making some big plays, so I'm rolling with the Jackets in this one.
I like picking 8-man football, and I've been really impressed with Concord. They're 3-1 on the year. Athletes all around, one of the most athletic 8-man teams you're going to see, and you can see them right here in our area. Vandercook Lake just can't figure it out, right? Still hasn't scored this season. Offensively, It's been really tough for them, and they are going to have to score at a really high pace to keep up with Concord. I don't think they'll be able to do that. I like Concord at home. Hanover Horton at Napoleon. Partner, I think this is going to be a really close game.
I agree.
I love the way Hanover Horton is playing. They haven't lost a game big other than to Hudson this year, and I thought the way they competed in the second half in that game was great. So they've really rallied around that defense. I think they're going to make things tough for Napoleon. But they got to have an answer for Bart Loretz. What he's doing for this Napoleon running game, he's been big every single year, or every single game, excuse me. I just look at the physicality of that offensive line for Napoleon. I think that'll be the difference. I do like this to be a close game, but Pirates get it done with the physicality.
I like the Pirates, and I think that home field advantage will play a key role. I'm going to take the Pirates, and I'm going to take them by 14 points in this game, Josh. So let's look back at that. East Jackson at Addison. That's going to be a tough one for East Jackson. I will take Addison in that game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the offense for Addison is just rolling. They're playing fantastic right now. Their rushing attack is what we would expect from a great Addison team. Josh Lindemann has that team rolling. And East Jackson played great last week. Really took Manchester down to the wire. That was a very close one-score game late in that ball game, tied actually late in that ball game. So I like the way what East Jackson is doing. Joe Niehaus doing a really good job, and continuously building that team, but it's going to be too much. Addison's just got too much, and I think the Panthers get the win. Quincy travels to Manchester. We just talked about that game last week. A very tough game for Manchester. They get the win, but it was challenging for them. But Quincy comes in 0-4. They are giving up far too many points. They're giving up 37 points a game, partner. And the way this balanced attack for the Flying Dutchmen are, I think it's just going to be too much. I like Manchester.
I like Manchester too. They're going to get some things rolling, and that's a team that's definitely going to get better as the season progresses. I think we've agreed on everything. It's time to mix that up a little bit. Grass Lake at Michigan Center. I'm going to go with Braden Leip in the voice, and I think life just can't get any better for him unless he goes into Michigan Center and picks up the win. So I'm going to take Grass Lake's biggest celebrity in that game.
You know, Michigan Center's 1-3, but they are the best offense Grass Lake has seen all year, and I think that they got to be really careful going against the Michigan Center team that comes in. They appear to be wounded. They appear to be not as talented as what we're used to seeing in Michigan Center, but this is a really good football team who's just lost some close games to a very tough competition. Grass Lake's going to have to score. Yeah. You like Braden Leip in the game, they're going to have to keep up with the Cardinals' offense. I'm not sure that they can do it, and I think if Michigan Center goes back and look at the game film against Hanover Horton, if they can create pressure on Braden Leip and get Cardinals in the backfield like Hanover Horton was able to, I think it's going to be a long night for Grass Lake. I like Troy Allen and Michigan Center at home to get the victory. Last game, live game on JTV Friday night. Western travels out to Northwest, and follow me here, partner. Northwest is 3-1. Western is 2-2. We're at week 5.
Love it.
Northwest is coming in with the best record of the two teams. This is the best start for the Mounties since 2008. They have not beat Western since 2013. I think this has a chance to be a great game. I think it's going to be the most competitive game that we've had in a while. But I think the Western's too much. I look at their balanced attack. You talked about needing to see them pass the ball more.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see that on Friday night. And I think Northwest keeps it close, but I like Western to get the W.
Just like last week, we are going to disagree on both games. I'm taking the Mounties, and I just think something's going to happen. I think some big plays are going to happen, and I think the home crowd, and we'll see. We'll see how Western handles coming off that loss, one that I know they wanted. So we'll see. But one thing we can count on, it will be a great game. More of the Aspen 1 Hour Football Show. We have our Willis and Magnick Player of the Week right after this break.
Over time, we've seen more and more people frustrated with their dental benefits. They thought that because they had dental insurance, they'd be well taken care of. Well, that's exactly what the insurance companies want you to believe. They figured out a way to collect your premiums while continuing to limit your choice of doctor and your choice of treatment. There's not one company better than the others. They've created an environment where dentists diagnose treatment or recommend care based upon your insurance dollars available. That's not the way people should be treated, and we think there's a better way. We put the interest of you and your family first. We take the time with you to figure out how to get the care you need, whether it's with your insurance or not.
We are Dentistry by Design, and our mission is to make excellent dental care a joy. Please call, visit the website, or drop by the office. We'd love to answer any questions you may have. And be sure to ask about our exclusive membership program to help you save on the cost of your dental care.
For at least a dozen years I've been at MVP Sports and using them. Ray and Kelly do a great job of getting me the things I need. Shirts, hats, uniforms for basketball teams, shirts for the golf teams.
We've been using MVP Sports for close to 10 years now. The biggest reason that we come back to MVP Sports is because every time that I walk in the door, they treat me like I'm a first-time customer. I would recommend MVP Sports to other businesses as well as anybody in this community.
For over 35 years, Nostalgia Inc. has been Jackson's home for all things comics, graphic novels, and games. Whether it's Spider-Man, Batman, X-Men, The Walking Dead, or even Stranger Things and Star Wars, Nostalgia's friendly staff has decades of experience and can find the perfect gift for that fanatic in your life. With the largest selection and inventory of the latest comics, you're always sure to find something new and different at Nostalgia. Looking for something from years back? Our backstock selection can't be beat. And don't forget to ask about our subscription service so you never miss an issue. Into Magic the Gathering, D&D, Pokemon, or tabletops? We've got everything you could ever need. Whether you're starting a new hobby, a seasoned collector, or just shopping for that superhero in your life, Nostalgia Inc. is the place for you. Nostalgia Inc. on Mechanic Street in downtown Jackson.
An Omnisource! This red hat means I'm the go-to guy for all your questions about selling scrap metal. So your next haul will be more worthwhile than your last. We're here to help, even if you don't know your brass from your elbow. Get frank advice and fair payment at an Omnisource yard near you.
The Chase is the hottest spot in Jackson. They're sure to have something for everyone. Large open dining spaces are available that are perfect for any team gathering, offering delicious handcrafted pizza, available in hand-tossed or thin crust, flavorful wings blasted with your favorite sauce, and Angus burgers that'll make any fan's mouth water. The Chase, the perfect place to spend the big game.
You never think about a good tow truck service until you really need one. Jimmy's Towing and Auto Repair in Jackson will be there for you in a flash. Our technologically advanced GPS software enables us to pinpoint your location and dispatch the closest truck to assist you in no time. Jimmy's has the largest towing and rescue truck fleet in the area, and we have the right equipment for any towing need. When you need help in a flash, call Jimmy's. Jimmy's Towing and Repair in Jackson.
Welcome back to the Aspen 1 Hour Football Show. It's time now for our Willison Macnick Player of the Week. Who you got for us?
Brady Tamblin, the sophomore from Hanover Horton, who propelled the Comets to a 24-7 victory over Cascades Conference foe Grass Lake. In his first varsity game, as we talked about earlier, Tamblin averaged 9 yards a carry, scored 2 touchdowns. He also added some great plays on the defensive side of the ball to stifle the Warrior offense. Congratulations to the Hanover Horton Comets for their conference win, and to Brady Tamblin for earning this week's Willison Macnick Player of the Week.
Heck of a first game. It'll be interesting to see how he does this week with another tough matchup, really tough matchup. Where we are this week, we are 6:45 live. Northwest will host us. They will host Western as well, and it's going to be a great game. Coverage 6:45 live around 7, and then our other game will be Grass Lake at Michigan Center. Next week, we'll be talking about what happened in week 5. Teams have 3 weeks to go. And I think you're going to have to see it's now or never for a lot of teams.
No doubt. We have a couple of teams who can't afford any more losses, teams that we expected to make the playoffs. So we'll see how they respond and react, a lot of them with their toughest competition behind them. But teams still have to continue to fight and move on. And it's just so difficult now with the playoff point situation. You don't just get to 6 and you're in. So there's always just that kind of work that you got to put into it.
Yeah. Could you ever, and we know you could throw the football, but could you ever get on stage in front of millions of people and sing a song?
I did I think it was the 6th grade talent show when I sang a song. So there wasn't millions of people, but there were hundreds of adoring fans and family members. Yeah.
Well, if we can somehow get that tape, we will be showing that. But no, in all seriousness, congratulations to Braden. That's quite an accomplishment. And look forward to seeing you on the football field again this week. That's all for this week's Aspen 1 Hour Football Show. Thanks to Aspen and all our sponsors. For more high school sports, visit jtv.tv.